Hello, starseeds, light workers, energy workers, and everybody who felt called to be part of this video today. I'm going to be guiding you through some energy work and really helping you bring forward some clarity into your space, into your mind, really clearing the chakras with a primary focus of really tuning in and tapping into nature and learning how to really just ground anything stagnant into nature itself. So if you can go outside and do this, that would be best. And if not, that's perfectly okay. Whatever works best for you, the least amount of resistance. So, before we get started, I just wanted to clarify intentions and then give you a little rundown. So I'm going to be sending some Reiki. If you consent, just affirm it. You don't have to say it out loud, but just confirm it within yourself. And I'm going to be holding space while channeling the Reiki to help you sort of do energy work on yourself and holding a protected space to do so. It's the day after the second eclipse of October, so I wanted to really put an emphasis on just clearing what doesn't belong anymore. This is timeless, so you can watch it whenever. There's no limit. It's completely dependent on the timing that you feel called and, of course, find this video. So, whenever you're able to, just get comfortable, sit down, lay down, walk around, doesn't really matter. Just find a space where you can really feel safe and comfortable to just be in stillness. That's very important here. So, if you consent to the Reiki being sent, I'm going to be tapping into your energy in this moment right now. So again, just affirm it within yourself. And if you don't consent, that is completely okay. You can still watch and gain a lot from this meditation. I'm just going to channel what comes through and do some energy work alongside you. So let's get started. So close your eyes, and with your eyes closed, I really want you to just picture your aura. Just picture what it appears like in this moment, not necessarily how it looks in general or how you perceive it in general, but in this very moment, really asking for any impurities and any attachments or even energy that's being siphoned to reveal itself, so that you're able to see it and really become aware of parts of your auric field that need rebalancing, healing, clearing, and any cords that need to be cut. So just keep an open mind. For some people, of course this is going to be in your mind's eye. When I say to visualize, there's a big emphasis on, for some people, clairvoyance is not their strongest clear sense. For some it may be clear sentience, so clear knowing. For some it could be clear hearing. You may hear certain things. However it appears to you is the correct way. There is no correct or incorrect. It's simply how you perceive energy. So really just allow your intuitive mind to give you a visual or a visualized, not visual, representation of whatever needs to be made aware to you about your energy field in this moment. So, just ask yourself, are there any projections from other people's beliefs, other people's energy, other people's thought patterns that are attaching themselves to my aura that do not belong there. Just sit with that for a moment and let everything come to the surface, bubbling up, revealing itself to you. And really just allowing the images, the thoughts, the concepts to exist on their own, even if they don't exactly make sense or they're not entirely clear. That's okay. Just allowing what comes through to come through as it will, and trusting in the process as you go. And really come back to your breath, just focusing on it. What are projections from other people's energy, thoughts, emotions, ideas, perceptions that are latching themselves onto my auric field? And once you've gotten a good understanding, I want you to envision almost like this pool of water, and this water represents all of these things, everything in your auric field. Imagine it at the bowl of your pelvic space, like your sacral, where your prostate / uterus / pelvic region would be. Imagine it like this bowl of water, and all of this projection, all of these energies that don't belong, they become heavy and they become this water sinking into this bowl. And just let it sit there. Really allow this bowl to collect everything that doesn't belong. Really just feeling it move down. In this process, you might feel yourself become more in your body and grounded. And if there are dense emotions attached to some of these things, it might actually feel challenging to be in your body. But this is the point of resistance that's important to get past so that we can actually move forward. So allowing this energy to really just sink down, really coming back into your body, allowing it to be there, holding space for it. And as you hold space for it, as you're letting it collect in this almost like a bird bath shaped bowl, as you're allowing it to collect in this space, rather than rejecting or criticizing these energies, let's just infuse it with a sense of love. At the end of the day, I'm not going to say everybody, but most people are really just trying their best, and sometimes people will project things onto you from where they're at. And so really just reminding ourselves, looking into this bowl in our mind's eye and saying, I am going to give love to this. I'm going to clarify it, purify it, heal these projections with a sense of love. And as you do this, just imagine that the water, it's changing colors. For me, I see it turning into a golden, shimmering, kind of reminds me of like a fountain of youth. So just really allowing the energy to come, collect from a space of love. And once you've really established this, imagine this water swirling around in a counterclockwise position, just swirling around, leaving your body from your roots to your feet into the earth. And this is the most important step, just giving it back to Gaia. When we're infusing this energy with love, we're bringing a level of purification to it, but that doesn't mean that we need to hold on to it. And so giving it back to the earth allows it to be recycled so that the energy can, rather than be stagnated, continue to freely flow into the collective to where it needs to go. And when we give our energy to Mother Gaia, to Earth, she purifies it, she brings it back to nature and to that collective energy of the natural 5D world, and giving our own imprint of a sense of love. It's healing to us, it's healing to Earth. So just allowing almost like a funnel of this water just whoosh, running down. And for me, I experience it like it's in slow motion. For others, it could be like Niagara Falls, fast and intense, but it really just kind of depends on where you specifically are at and just the energy that you're absorbing. And I would like to say, if you're someone who it's easy for you to take on the energy of others, this is not a bad thing. This is not a lack of boundaries on your behalf, but some people are simply more porous. Their energy is just more porous. And you actually have gifts and abilities that are more intense than they might be for someone who's a little bit less porous. So it is a trade-off, and just practicing things like this can really support you and really give you the just the extra clarity that you need in your energetic field. So allowing the energy to move into Earth, just spreading it out. Doesn't matter where it goes, who it goes to, but we come back to a space of love and authenticity within, and that's what we want to project externally as we give back to Gaia. Now, in the same way, I want you to ask yourself, what are beliefs, emotions, and thoughts that I personally carry that no longer serve my highest expression? And as you do this, just again, allow whatever needs to come up. Allow whatever you experience to be. It may not always make immediate sense, but just trust the process and allow your intuition to reveal to you what it will, as it will. Using all your senses to really tap in. And as you do this, just for a moment, put your hands on your heart space. I'm going to send some Reiki to your heart chakra. And as you're allowing these thoughts to come up, just envision your heart space expanding. As it clears, it expands. As it clears, it grows. It becomes more empowered. And I want you to envision a golden energy to really radiate through, really pulsate through. opening up your shoulder blades, your etheric wings, just allowing them to expand, to grow, to heal, and to help you to clear this, because this space, when it's balanced and when it's really in its sovereignty, it helps to clear a lot of these things naturally. It's its own system, it's its own way of energy navigating through your body. So just allowing this heart space to really free flow, open up a little bit more, but opening up from a place that's protected rather than being so open that there's no boundaries. We don't want that. We want a level of healthy boundaries around this space so that we can continue to expand even further, so that we can do so safely. So just feel the energy swirling, moving. It's that movement that you know it's moving the way it should be, when you're feeling the movement in that space, and just allowing that movement to continue to expand. Just breathing into that space, breathing in and breathing out. And now really just focus on your breath as you focus on these thoughts, these emotions, these patterns within yourself that are playing a role in stagnation within your energy. And as you breathe out, I'm going to send energy into your heart space. And I really just want to ask your higher self and your guides to really help me to do this, to really bring forth the energy that you specifically need right now at this phase of your life, because it's going to be different for everyone depending on where they're currently at. So just channeling any energy from those who are on the journey to help guide you towards your highest expression, your highest self, and your highest timeline, to really just channel that energy into your space, into your heart space, as you exhale, while you're allowing these thoughts to really ripen in your mind and come to a space of awareness within you. So breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Just remembering your worth. Remembering the role that your light plays in this world. And that is the ultimate goal, is really just having the clarity to remember that your light does play a role in this world. It's very important. Your mission, your stance, your person. We're all just one people, but individually we carry so much potential for evolution, for expansion. Breathing in and breathing out. Asking for angelic assistance. And a few more times, and this time we're just going to ask the earth herself, the elementals, to support this, to bring in this brown and green healing silvery energy. So browns, greens, silvers is what I see. You may see your own thing, but just as you breathe in this clarity, the air, the oxygen. And And as you exhale, from your root up, just allowing the earth herself to just fuel you with new energy and new potential. It's like a system. You breathe in, you breathe the air in, and you breathe out while the energy of the earth comes up into your breath. Really just remembering your sense of groundedness alongside this natural being within you that just taps in and understands the earth. Now we're gonna bring all those thoughts, those emotions, those internalized beliefs that we carry and turn them into this water, this soup. Let it go down into your pelvic bowl like a bird feeder, bird bath. Just pouring into it, giving it love, giving it peace, clarity, abundance, and then funneling it back down, counterclockwise, moving down back into the earth, out of our system. Out of our systems. It does not belong anymore. Everything that came up can be released. If there are fears that you thought of, repetitive thought patterns that you find yourself in, if that came up, I'm really asking you to trust that it's time to let it go. Even if you fear that it will still play a theme in your life, if it came up, it no longer holds space here. And you are free to release it. You are free to believe that it no longer holds space. Letting it free, letting it go, bringing it back to the earth, healed, abundant, so that that energy can cycle back into the collective in a higher note. And the last thing we're going to do is really just picturing, envisioning any energy, thought patterns, and projections that we ourselves may have projected onto others, intentionally and unintentionally. It's part of life, and we're human. It happens. We all do it from time to time, and really just taking that personal responsibility to not just call our energy that does not belong in other people's systems back to us, but it's also an expression of the power of our own spiritual sovereignty to call our energy back to ourselves so that we can heal and transmute it. A lot of our projections come from a place of fear, from anxiety, or from distortion. And so really being able to bring it back in and analyze it, see it, become aware of it, and put ourselves in a position of power so that we can actually do something about it, so that it no longer holds space where it doesn't belong within the people who may not even have the tools to clear it. So just allowing whatever comes up to come up once again. And right now I'm just grounding the energy for you. I'm pulling it in, calling back your energy, just pulling it in. So really just feel this energy being pulled back into you. Once again, you might feel a sense of groundedness in your body, and it might not necessarily be comfortable because of the energy and the density attached to some of these projections. They're not necessarily coming from a healed space. So pulling it back in and really allowing your body to just stay centered while you experience the reunion of your full self, even the parts, the shadow parts that are not healed, bringing it back in and just pulling it down, letting it come down through you into this bowl. And just right now I'm visualizing it like a string that I'm pulling down, this endless string of consciousness, this connective tissue that combines all of us, and every string, every cord, that energy gets sent to and from, bringing it down through you, the parts in which that you play a role, and just letting it go into your grounding cord, into the earth. So just keep taking these breaths, and I'm just going to pull this energy down through your system. And you can do the visualization with the bowl of water, bringing healing counterclockwise, while I really just help to support the grounding and healing of this energy and these thoughts. I'm seeing like these dark green splotches with an auric field. Just bringing that back to balance. I see this dark green almost as a tension within the heart space, overly dense. And this is what I mean by the heart space needs boundaries to expand. The more you expand, the stronger your boundaries. So just moving it down, moving it down, moving it down. Letting it just disperse itself back into the earth. Just right now I'm going to do a full body auric clearing and scanning, just running my etheric hands through your energetic field and just flushing the rust out, giving it back to the earth, just flushing it out, flushing it down. Just flushing it down, letting it completely just soften and just release. Soften any tension, soften any held spaces in your body, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your jaw, just softening it, allowing yourself to really be in a relaxed state and just in a state of surrender, in a state of just experiencing and really allowing the highest experience and expression of yourself to just be, rather than trying to figure it out, just allowing everything to melt away. It does not hold space anymore. It doesn't hold space. If it's not in your highest good, if it's not in your highest timeline, letting it go. Letting the veil between between division of self, maybe even the veil of fear, of distrust within self, just allowing that to collapse and seeing yourself for who you really are, this magnetic, this abundant, powerful, multi-dimensional being, this light worker and shadow worker, someone who can really tap in and transmute from both places. Now, bringing that healing earth energy up through your system, attuning you back to your natural state as a human being. Your connection with nature, your connection with the elementals. You are so powerful, and these illusions, they're just, let them fall. Let them just completely fall. While you rise into who you are meant to be. And just take a few deep breaths. And allow your mind to just come back to stillness. No more visualizing, just experiencing. Just experiencing. And I'm seeing a vampire, so right now I'm going to help aid in cutting all cords that are siphoning energy. This is entity attachments with people who may be latching onto your energy without the due energetic boundary respect. Unfortunately, this is something we see even in the spiritual community with people who are aware of their energy. So really just pulling that cord out. I'm pulling them out. I'm not even going to cut them. Those are being released immediately. Pulling it out. It's being released from your system, completely just detaching itself from your emotional body, your mental body, your aura, your chakras, completely detaching these cords, getting rid of them. They do not belong here. So just keep breathing and allowing your body to find stillness. You are free. You are freed of these attachments, these thoughts. You are free, and you are free to never worry about these things, to just be. You are free to let go. You are free to simply exist, to exist in peace, to exist in love. You're free to exist in duality even. Whatever the path you choose in this moment right now, everything in which has come up today, you are free. You are free. You are free. You are free. You are abundant. You are powerful. You are infinitely expansive. And you are a very beautiful, multi-dimensional being, experiencing a human experience. You can be anything, and you can trust in your journey. And I hope that leading forward, that this meditation gives you the clarity within your body to really feel a sense of direction, towards your highest calling so that you can become and embody all that you were made and meant to within this lifetime, from the highest and highest and highest and highest of timelines. Blessed be, thank you for being here with me. I'm going to drop off, but you go ahead and keep breathing and just taking in the sounds of nature. And soon I'm going to conclude the Reiki and end the video.